Go back to the original episode 1. I'm going to try and cover zero property this week, and I'm
no different to any other week.
Well, that was where I was going to go. In the original intro, it stated that we would get off track pretty quickly. We always are very, very good at that.
Going once, going twice, sold. You're listening to the Property Pod.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Property Pod, your weekly engagement into real estate here in the Hobart Marketplace. I'm your host, Aaron Horn, and it gives me great joy to welcome you to episode 100 of the Property Pod.
Oh, yeah.
You beauty. I knew there'd have to be something coming from John McGregor, the hype man of the show. Welcome to episode 100, J-Mac and Patrick Berry.
Man, that's an unbelievable effort.
I was more speechless than I was.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, if there's one thing we've learned over the journey is Pat started very, very serious, and then he turned into the silent voice in the show until just recently, where he started hosting duties, and he's absolutely killing it.
Woo, woo, woo.
So anybody that listened along to last week's episode with Byron Munson from Climate Gap,
Right.
I was away when you guys recorded that. I didn't get an opportunity to be part of it, but my goodness, you stepped up to the plate. It was like listening to Andrew Denton, the way you were passionate about the climate, my friend.
Look, that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just built for hosting.
Wow.
Step aside.
You want to swap? Jump on in over here
No, it's
and let's get
freaking
going.
hard as anything. I'm not going back over that side.
How'd you feel pressing all the buttons and then still trying to
I think-
formulate a conversation?
I think we all know how successful I was at pressing the buttons. So it was a bit all over the place, but anyway.
Yeah, look, shout out to anybody that stuck with the video version where it got to the technical issues side of things. Look, we still had a really good result. And look, I think we've learned over the journey of 100 episodes that we can get ourselves out of any kind of bind. We often come in ill prepared until Nino joined the party and he's king of preparing all our content now. But yeah, we stepped up to the plate, and boys, it is amazing how far we've come. I've put a little something together. I just thought before we jump straight into kind of the show for today, I thought I'd take you back to the first 5 or 6 episodes. We're just go on an audio journey.
It's going to get rough.
So yeah, hold on to your horses. I'm just going to take you back in time.
Hold on to your butts.
Alrighty, here we are with the first episode of the Property Pod. Thank you for downloading or streaming this wherever you are. My name's Aaron, and I'll be hosting the show.
The way I saw it is that we catch up nearly every week, every fortnight, and talk about these same topics. And I think it would be really fun just to actually put that into a podcast. So it's a fun project for me, if anything.
I thought, same as John, great opportunity just to start recording it, give the info out to the people, and if we get listeners, fantastic. If not, do having the same fun we have every week.
We're still having the coffee in the morning every week.
Thank you, boys, for episode 2.
Absolutely.
There we go. 2 in the can.
Boom. Awesome.
We're getting there. The jitters will be going soon. We'll be pros. We'll be like Joe Rogan.
Pros is a stretch.
Dream big.
Just mainly hoping that I wasn't going to say anything to put my foot in it, because I'm quite often known to
You're
do
pretty
that.
good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have gone over our allocated time, but that's
good.
He gave you the wind up that you didn't see.
I didn't see it.
That's right. You're listening to the Property Pod again. Thank you so much for lending us your ears. That's John McGregor playing hype band today. I've been feeling the Property Pod's been going.
Slow and steady. The first couple of weeks or the first couple of episodes were a little bit slow out of the gates, but It's good to see that our listenership is definitely growing each week. Whether or not people are liking the content, I guess we'll find out as time goes on, but for me, it's fun.
It kind of is keeping you guys on top of your game in sense of being agents.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I have never read as many domain articles as what I have the last 4 weeks.
That's right, baby. We're back. And this time we famous.
Yeah.
Let it be known we made it to the newspaper. That's pretty quiet over there. You all right, mate?
And all good. All good.
You're just saying low-key famous. You're just like, I don't want it to all go to my head.
Well, it's just no one can see the giant coat and cane that he's sitting there with his scepter, drinking out of your goblet with encrusted gold jewels.
Worked out at about 30 times more listeners to what we were getting before that newspaper article went out there.
Sounds pretty cool when you put it that way, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
no. It works out at like 100. But hey,
Hey, look.
that sounds better when you say it the other
We're
way.
salespeople. It's all how you sell it, right? Yeah.
Look, when we started this, we all said that if we got 5 people to listen that we didn't know,
that's
we'd be onto it.
Yep.
And I think we've achieved our goal.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm stoked. I think it's awesome.
So let's crank out the goblets and let's just ride it home. Booyah! So crank out your goblets, boys. That's episodes 1 to 5 or 6 of Just Thinking. So cheers, to,
gentlemen. Goblet time.
cheers to the Fresco goblets, which will keep your coffee nice and warm and are very good and sustainable for the environment. So shout out to us for coming this far along the journey. How do you think we've gone from our humble beginnings in what you would call the sales pit?
Yeah.
John, go back to the original episode 1. I'm going to try and cover zero property this week, and I'm
no different to any other week.
Well, that was where I was going to go. In the original intro, it stated that we would get off track pretty quickly. We always are very, very good at that.
Yeah.
Hit us with your memories of the original recording, because there's a lost recording out there of the original pilot. What do you remember of that?
Well, that was when we were in our old office in our boardroom. I'd had a huge night on the grog the night before.
professional.
Yeah, I think
It was a weeknight.
Yeah, it was a weeknight. I can't remember what the purpose was or why. But I'd only
Tuesday night.
I'd only had probably a few hours sleep at best. And I was still 3 parts to the wind by the time we got into the office and set up that podcast mic. So I was feeling pretty sassy. If that's the right word.
You could
for
say
it.
that, you were emanating a smell, and it was like, if this is how you're going to perform for the rest of the series, or if we even turn this into anything,
Yeah.
we're going to have to get a bigger space.
It's almost like I was, a seasoned pro that was 10, 15 years into his career of radio hosting, just trying to keep his edge with any sort of chemical that he could.
Yeah.
But I started from day one. But at least that was the only day.
Well, that's what you
Was it
say.
jitters or nerves, John?
No, I think I just got excited the night before. if you really put it down for me, if it wasn't in my calendar, I'd probably didn't even think that we were going to be doing it the next day. I thought, oh, that's right, shit, we've got to put that together again now. And away we went.
Yes, and so from then we recorded kind of the pilot episode, which we kind of it never got released. It was just one of those things where we gave it a try. The audio was really bad. The concept seemed okay. We kind of worked on it, and we thought, we'll put some of these things in. Pat then said, bugger it, John's had this mic for ages. It's not as good as we were hoping it would be. I'm going to go buy a full kit.
Yeah, like the next week too, wasn't it? There wasn't
I think
really
it was
any.
within 48 hours.
Yeah, it was no delay, and we were set up in your office a week later, pretty much.
Yeah, so we're set up in basically the sales pit. We would put a sign on saying, don't come in the door. We don't want to see you. This is our space, at least between 8:30 and 9:30. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Aaron helped me build this beautiful table, which we still use today. So
So, yeah, I was actually going to mention that. This is kind of, we went and made the table, bored holes into it, got it all ready. And then now we've got our own studio, which is decked out with a butt ton of technology.
yeah, it's pretty impressive little space.
It's a very impressive little endeavour. So I really want to celebrate today. I've actually popped together some other little stats here. I've put a little quiz together even. I wanted to...
Oh, jeez.
I wanted to test you guys on your property pod knowledge. I wanted to see how you know the show. So I want to see how we go. So I'm just going to chuck a few little random questions out there.
Do we have buzzers?
Nah. I wish I'd thought of that, but I didn't.
Can the buzzer be your name?
Sure. Well, the buzzer can be your name.
Patrick.
Fantastic. I feel like I'm on Triple J on one of their quiz shows.
All right. Yeah. Well, you're calling in. This is Hopper and Hing, and I have got you covered. Welcome to the Crappy Pod Trivia. Minute. All right. So, no, we've got this is episode 100. When was episode 1 very first published? Can anybody give me an idea?
It was 3 years ago,
Yep.
and it would have been in April.
Very bloody close. May 16. So,
damn it, I was-
good.
so that's a pretty good guess. You're not too far off there. So that was episode 1. That was not the pilot recording, which probably would have been done in April.
Well, that's what you should have clarified. We are just talking about the
All right,
pilot.
well, don't hate the player, hate the game. This is just the quiz master. I didn't have a lot of time to put this together, so so jumping from there, like start off with the three of us. Then who was our first ever guest on the Property Pod?
See, I know this answer, so pressure's on you.
It was Jason from Domain.
Damn it, he got it right.
All right, bonus point. What episode number was Jason? on?
2.
All right, can we not do that?
I think it's 3.
I think it's episode 3 Jason was on.
You think it was episode 3? John thinks it was
2.
episode 2. It was the second ever episode.
Oh, really?
How about
Jeez.
that we jumped straight into it? Just like, we've done this once. We can do this with a guest. So Jason came in. He was episode number 2. Cracking episode. I actually listened to that while I was putting together the audio clips before. And it's funny to go back because I thought we were way worse than we were. Like other people might listen and think, he's really bad. But listening back, I didn't mind it. I thought it was like, we did pretty well for it.
Well, now I'm worried. Does that mean that we just haven't got any better?
Well, no, look, I'll be honest. Every time I listened to you sounded really boring and like you had to stick up your wazoo. You've definitely relaxed into the role.
Good to know.
John hasn't changed. All right,
It's hard to get from 98 to 99%. I mean, come on.
All right, next question. How many guests have we had over the Property Pod's journey? How many people do you think
Are
we've
we
had
counting
in?
the same guest in multiple episodes?
We're not counting them across multiple.
Okay.
We're just counting how many different people have been on the show.
I'm going to go with 20.
I was gonna be close to that, but I'll roll with 15 instead.
Oh, okay. So across 100 episodes, you say we've only had 15 different guests. I reckon you could count 15 different guests just like off the top of your head. That
Don't ask us to.
Oh yeah, because in my head I was like 15 to 20. So I'll go with the lower
Are
number.
you going to tell us it's higher than that?
I'm going to tell you it's way higher than that.
Rubbish. We've only got 100 episodes.
But we're counting like individual guests
wait.
or multiple guests. in
Now I
one
want to
episode.
clarify even further then. Are we counting guests that are external to 414 and McGregor First National, or are we counting just including staff that have been on the show?
The question was written under the theorem that we three are the Property Pod.
Didn't think of it.
Whether we've moved
there's one
further
more
into the
additional
future.
person.
No, like, so now that we've got closer to 100 and we're opening the gates up to let other people into our special little club.
All right, hit us with what we've got then.
36.
Oh damn it! Because I was going to say 35 just now.
No, I'm actually really impressed with that
Yeah,
many people have come through. I can roll through a list here. So Jason obviously first, old mate Blake Smedley, he had a really good episode. Sarah Bell, Ben Morse, Kylie Davis, Andrew Leggett, Aaron and Ava from Promote Property, Your Mum, Simon Presley, Paul Watkins, Adam Luttrell, Jared Bevan, Paul O'Loughlin, James and Paul from Ronald Young. I can keep going on. Mandy Welling, Christy
stop
Johnston.
now.
You want me to keep rolling?
keep
Yep,
rolling.
Sweet.
That's right.
Stefan Raphael, the guy from One to One Displays, who loved the beanies. Taylor Holmes, Angie Roberts, Sam and Sally from Buyers Agents, Taz, Luke McGregor, some bloke called Luke McGregor.
Oh yeah.
Chris McGregor, Tom Green, Abby Berry. Took her a while to get on, but she did. Thank you, Abby. And then we're getting into where you guys maybe were thrown off the scent, but Sam Allright, Suze Wiltshire, Laura Gunn. Then we've got Reese and Olivia from Fresh Launch, and then Byron last week. So you go through the gamut. It's actually a pretty... and there's a few like double ups in there where Jason's been in a few times.
Did we say Simon as well? Did he get in? Yep.
Simon got a mention.
Simon's been on like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's the very next question. So, other than ourselves, what guest has featured most on the Property Pod?
Patrick!
And how many times have they appeared?
Simon and 4.
Yeah.
Simon and 4 is correct for a
Boom.
bonus point.
Love that.
What episode did they debut? Their first ever time.
Simon would have been episode early, I reckon. Somewhere between 15 and 20.
You've got your knowledge is pretty good, Pat. I'll give it to you. It was 11, but that's pretty damn good. The only thing that would throw you off there is that the Inman and the Vegas shows were around that area as well.
yeah.
So there's probably like 3 or
10
4
episodes in a week.
There's probably 3 or 4 little dumps there that would throw you off. But speaking around that time, we had our longest running time ever.
Oh, that would have to been the title insurance.
I'm pretty confident it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure we tried to
I'm
wrap
going
that
to
up.
go. It was the episode where I Skyped in from America.
It was called The Marketing Strikes Back. It was the one that we used The Empire Strikes Back as a template. I just want you to guess how long it went for. How long did we waffle on that day
Was it
for?
45 minutes, that one?
I'm not sure.
I reckon it was closer to 100.
What is going on behind us?
Holy!
We've been overtaken.
What do we got?
It's a custom cake!
And you keep giving and giving.
This was not me.
Oh, crazy.
So this was a... This was organised.
Thanks, guys.
This was organised by your beautiful wife. This morning, your fridge almost blew the surprise.
I did it.
Can you tell us anything about your fridge this morning and any updates it may have given you or clues?
My fridge has our diary scheduled in it, and it had 100 episodes. I'm like, why does my wife know about that?
She's texted me. She's like, the fridge just told him. So I actually have
It doesn't take me long to make a mess.
So it is a celebration. Thank you, everybody, for being part of it.
That's amazing.
We don't have a letter from the Queen, but we do have a letter from 414. So to the award-winning Property Pod crew, we heard that you were waiting on a letter from the Queen to celebrate your 100th episode. Unfortunately, she was unavailable. So instead, you get a letter from us, the 414 team. We are so immensely proud of you for all that you've achieved with your podcast. What started as an idea that you hoped might get 17 episodes out has blossomed into this amazing forum for so many people within our real estate community and beyond. Your initial idea of two agents from two different agencies joining together to provide information to your audience was so innovative and a wonderful display of camaraderie within our industry. Every week you've managed to find inspiring and interesting content to discuss and sometimes waffle on about. Not looking at you, John. Which keeps your loyal listeners engaged and inspired and offers a different insight on the real estate industry. We love when we hear you cackle of laughter coming from the studio and know that it's going to be a ripper episode coming our way. From one desk with a couple of microphones to the state-of-the-art customised pod studio, complete with video recording and a green wall, you have come ahead in leaps and bounds since episode 1. We wish you all the best for your next 100 episodes and beyond, and looking forward to hearing more information and interesting content. Well, except for your wife, Patrick, who still says she's never going to listen to one.
Thanks, wife.
She did organise your cake, so shout out to that. Valhalla as well, so shout out to Valhalla Ice Cream. Love from all the team at 414 and not the Queen.
Hey, mate. Thanks, guys.
So thank you very much. Thank you to everybody that's been a part of the podcast over the journey. For everybody that's listening along and heard all the crackers, that's going to be a lot to edit out. But
Thanks, Abby.
but we were in the middle of the quiz, and
John, you're Jack.
Did you have any business meetings to do today, John?
Sure.
You can be like Willy Wonka, like
Just black cake.
yeah, taste my jacket. Basically, I was just fluffing for most of that, so the cake wasn't going to arrive until 9:30. So I've just been fluffing until then. But yeah, congratulations, guys! 100 episodes is
Not just us, you as well, as.
Yeah.
You're part of the team.
yes, I am.
You keep
I'm
saying
the button
congratulations to John and me and keep pulling out little bits of audio for all of us, but you're in the group as well.
Yeah, no, I'm over here and I'm pressing the buttons and doing all the work. But no, look, it's amazing that we've come this far and that a friendship that's blossomed from you guys, Kinder, me, and a little bit later on joining the thing is, you know, we're in a professional relationship now where we're all working in close quarters, but we can still take some time out of the week and have a bit of fun and people listen along and enjoy it.
That's great. We've got bigger and better toys now. In many ways, it's probably, you know, we could thank the heavens that we didn't have this kind of equipment when we were teenagers.
I feel like, imagine what we would have. Yeah. Goodness gracious. We would have all been cancelled by now for sure. Yeah, look, I don't have much more planned. We could go through the rest of the quiz, but nothing really is planned for the rest of episode 100. I literally just wanted to get through an episode without any property.
Yeah, man.
Just kind of celebrate the show, and shout out to everybody that's listened and has been a loyal follower. We said at the start, if 5 people we didn't know would listen, we'd be stoked, and we've definitely
We got past
surpassed that. We got past
the death number or whatever it is. Was it
which
17?
was 17 or 13. Yeah, I still can't believe we've done 100.
Oh, it's awesome.
So crazy.
It's insane. I've actually collated all of the minutes and seconds together of the show. So if you break it down, we've done 166,980 seconds worth of podcasting, which breaks down to 2,783 minutes, which I had to actually estimate at this a few shows ago. It worked out to be 46.5 hours. So almost 2 days worth of waffle.
Just soothing tones.
Basically.
Soothing tones.
If you need to fill in this weekend, just start it from start to finish.
We could pose a podcast marathon. There'd be so many people that would take that up.
Well, there's those competitions where they try, like, watch the whole thing of Grey's Anatomy and we'll pay you $1,000.
Yeah.
So if you listen to all of the Property Pod,
You may or
you're
may
an
not.
idiot.
Yeah.
We'll save you a piece of cake.
I like that. I like that. That's 100, boys. Shout out to us. Well played. Shout out to everybody that listens. We really appreciate everybody that's come with us on the journey. Patron Bendigo, Megan over in the French Riviera.
Your Nan.
My Nan, yep. Shout out to Nan, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but Podcast Nan was, a very noble member of the journey. I actually still have her voice on the button. And
really?
I just couldn't take it off. I was just like,
you
we're just going
can't.
to keep her button there. So,
Yep.
yeah, look, Nan was a very, very religious listener.
Yeah.
Not a religious lady, but a religious listener of the Property Pod. And, she's greatly missed. But, shout out to everybody that has been a part of the Property Pod across the journey. Well
you
done
very
to
much.
us.
No.
We'll be back with episode 101, and we probably won't talk property on that either. But we'll find out if we do.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
John!